Everyone who thirsts, come to the waters. Come and eat. Listen, this is the last day of unleavened bread. And I'm going to give the world's shortest sermon. Well, the shortest one I ever gave. So, as you know, this is a box of matzah. And this tastes like cardboard. I don't like it. I like the gluten-free matzah a lot better. But it's called the bread of affliction for a reason. This is matzah. For the last 7 days, we've been eating matzah, or crackers, or whatever unleavened bread. Okay? And some of them taste a lot better than others. This doesn't taste that good. Oh, I'm not against Streich or Manischewitz. It all tastes equally, like cardboard. But we do it for a reason. And as you know, this is a leavening, not this. This is unleavened. But leavening is a picture of sin in the Bible. That's why the days of unleavened bread, or the feast of unleavened bread, Hag HaMatzot, literally feast of unleavened bread, it pictures putting sin out of our lives. We need to actually go through the physical procedure of putting this leavening out to teach us an object lesson. Out of our houses to teach us an object lesson. It means that we've got to be putting the sin out of our lives. You all understand that. And we go through the ritual, if you will, every year. Because we constantly need to be reminded of it. Because we forget. We get complacent in our lives, and we forget how sinful we really are. We forget how leavened our lives really are. All of us. It happens. It's called the normalcy bias. We come to a status quo in our lives, and everything's going along all right, and it's like Job. He's righteous, but there's a higher level of righteousness that he needs to go to. We're reading the book of Job now. That's what it's all about. We have a higher level we need to go to, and we need our eyes open up to more. And as we study the Torah more and more, we realize there's more things to do, to come put on holiness, and to become like Yeshua, who was the perfect in Torah. Now, the operative question is, how do I put the sin out of my life and become an unleavened lump or a de-leavened lump? Sin is a violation of the Torah. So when we put the sin out of our lives, that's another way of saying I'm putting Torahlessness out of my life. So, or to say it another way is, when I put Torah into my life, I'm putting sin out of my life. They're mutually exclusive. It's a mathematical equation. So this begs the question, how do I put sin out of my life? And how do I put the Torah and walk in Torah obedience? Because the two are two sides of the same coin. You go on the internet, you can find, and I've written my own lists. I put it up there this morning or last night, I don't remember, on my blog. How to put sin out of your life. There's all kinds of wonderful steps how to do that. But you will fail, and I will fail, to put Torah into my life and put sin out of my life if I don't do one thing, and if I don't know anything else besides this one. If I don't know any other step than this is all I need to know. And with this, I'm going to give it, and I'm going to end it. The teaching. You cannot follow the Torah without Yeshua. And you cannot put sin out of your life without Yeshua. Period. End of discussion. The children of Israel tried it for 40 years and they died in the wilderness. The older generation. The Jews have been trying to do it for 2,000 years. A Yeshua-less Torah obedience, and they still haven't accomplished it. Now there are people who are coming to the Hebrew roots and are abandoning Torah. I talked to somebody just the other day whose kids are doing this. And they're going to try to follow the Torah to its nth degree and be all ultra legalistic. And meanwhile, Yeshua's back there somewhere, and some are leaving him behind. And they will fail, and they will drive their kids away, and they will drive everybody away as they become a Torah terrorist and try to beat people over the head with the Torah scroll to try to get them legalistically to follow it. It's a recipe for utter failure and a disaster. So how do you overcome sin? How do you follow Torah? Very simple. You get down on your knees and you humble yourself before Yeshua. And you say, Yeshua, help me. Help me. Help me. I cannot do this on my own. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to overcome this sin. I don't know how to overcome this bad habit. I don't know how to kick this leavening out of my life. I don't know how to deal with this person. I don't know how to do this, or this. I don't know how to follow the Sabbath. I don't know how to repent. I don't know how to feel bad about my sins. I don't know how to change my heart and circumcise my heart so I want to serve and obey you. I don't know how. And yes, I could preach a sermon on every one of these points. But the bottom line is, I can't do it on my own strength. Yeshua, help me. I just had a little sin issue that I struggle with. And it crept back up on me. And I said, Yeshua, help me. In fact, 2 areas. Lord, Yeshua, help me. Just this week, help me. I can't overcome this bad habit's coming back on again, and take it away from me. Boom, it's gone. I haven't been doing it. I haven't had the urges or the desire, or it hasn't happened to me. You know, when I get in those situations where, you know, a bad habit happens or whatever. It was that simple. That's the power of the resurrected Yeshua in a person's life. That is the message that the apostles preached. They didn't just come out and beat people over the head with the Torah scroll. Conk! Okay, I respect the Torah scroll. This is just a paper scroll. Okay, guys? Don't get all religious on us and think we're being sacrilegious here. Okay? You people that worship the Torah scroll. It's a piece of paper. Hello? I respect it, but it's a piece of paper. Just like my Bible is a piece of paper with a leather cover. Okay? It has the words of life on it. I worship the living Torah, not a piece of paper. But I respect the piece of paper because it represents something. Okay? But the apostles did not beat people over the head with the Torah scroll. You got to do this, and this, and this. They preached Yeshua. And when you have Yeshua in your life and the power of the resurrected Yeshua, guess what? You will have the heart to follow the Torah. You will have the desire to follow the Torah because you love Him, and we do not throw things in here. Young man, we do not throw things in here. Thank you. We will have the love and the desire of Yeshua to want to obey Him because we're in love with Him. Amen? Amen. And the rest will take care of itself. We will keep the Sabbath because we want to hang out with him on the Sabbath. We will want to not eat unclean food because we do not want to put garbage and abominable stuff into our bodies, because we are the temple of the Ruach HaKodesh and we love him and we want to be holy or kadosh or set apart because he is. We're not going to want to worship on false days, and we're going to want to keep his feast because he said to do that, because we want to meet with him on his feast days. It's going to be a heart circumcised thing. Amen? Yes. And we're going to want to be with other people who want to do the same thing. We're not going to want to tell lies. We're not going to want to fornicate. We're not going to want to covet. We're not going to want to worship false gods or dishonor our parents or any other things. It all comes as a package. Moses taught every week in the synagogue on Shabbat. The Acts 8:15 council said, and they will learn to love him and keep his commandments, as he said in John 14:15. And he will give us the ruach, the power, the desire. All we got to do is say, yes, Yeshua, your way, not my way. Yeshua, Yeshua, Yeshua is the answer to walking in the Torah and to overcoming sin. That's the end of my sermon. And that was the message of the apostles. Go read every one of how they opened their books, their epistles. Almost every one is Yeshua, 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 the cross. And the Torah is woven in the fabric of it all, every other word, along with Yeshua. Two sides of the same coin. Amen. I'm done.
Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon his name. He is near. He is near. He is near. Yeshua Hashem behi matzov keravu yoto karov karov Yasov rasha darko leishavei machshevotav yashovel ad Hashem ki arbe is Yeshua Hashem behi matzov keravu Seek the Lord while he may be found. Call upon his name. He is near. He is near. Yeshua Hashem behi matzot